Hello, everybody. Um, so I'm going to be reviewing the new Brad Pitt movie, Ad Astra. This is a brand new version of reviews I want to start making, where instead of using a phone, I'm just going to use the handy cam, and I'm going to be doing a lot of editing and stuff like that. So mostly, this is a vlog. Technically, it's a vlog, but tonight I went to go see the new movie Ad Astra, which stars Brad Pitt, and it's a science fiction thriller. So a few things I want to talk about were this movie. Right off the bat, I want to say I really love this movie. This movie was really, really good. It's from the director of Lost City of Zed, which is a really good old school adventure movie. This movie is definitely kind of like 2001: A Space Odyssey, or a lot of the science fiction space movies you would get from the 60s. This is really a homage to that, and I really just love this movie. This movie, it was something to look at. Like, I didn't want to take my eyes off the screen, because it really was a damn good movie. I think this movie was really good. The only problem I had was, and this seemed like some sort of studio no, last minute decision, because there's a lot of scenes where Brad Pitt narrates like what's happening, and I feel like possibly the studio, or even just the director himself, thought maybe audiences won't understand it, so they needed Brad Pitt to kind of explain it to the audiences, which that was a little annoying in some scenes, but it wasn't annoying enough for me to be like, I hate this movie just because of that. No, I totally love this movie. I actually hope it's like Blade Runner, where the DVD, when it comes out, you can have the option to get rid of that narration, because I feel like if you get rid of that narration, this movie would be really cool. One of the things I really liked about this movie was, not only was it like, oh, okay, it's 2001: A Space Odyssey, but it's also a homage to movies like Total Recall, which I love that movie, and you can definitely tell because of all like the whole market behind space travel in this movie. I mean, like, you can literally just pay to go to the moon, and there's literally a whole, like, almost like a Disneyland like resort on the moon. It has a subway. It has like things for kids. You can literally just do that, and they're treating it like it's booking an airplane or a flight. And I really, really like that. I was invested in this story and just watching this world. And also, I like that, yeah, in the beginning, they're like, in the near future, and they kind of give a little explanation for that, but I like mostly they just throw you into it, and it's up to the audience to solve and probably figure out how the world became like this, how we got to this point in like space travel and science. I really just love this movie. It is a movie to see in the theater. The effects, the acting, the story, the music, the cinematography, especially the cinematography, it's really cool. There's a lot of really gorgeous things in this movie. There's also a lot of really scary things in this movie. I don't want to spoil it too much, but there are scenes in this movie where, like in the beginning, we open up where Brad Pitt is in space, and like something goes wrong, and spoiler alert, but a lot of his crew dies. He literally gets hit by a piece of shrapnel, and he just starts falling down towards Earth. And it's one of the most horrifying scenes I've seen in a movie. It's scarier than a lot of scenes that are in most recent horror movies. This movie has some intense shit, and there's a lot of times where some people will just die in the movie, either by getting shot in the head or by getting suffocated. There are times where people will die. There are risks in this movie, especially with this whole like electrical storm thing that's going on. People are calling the surge. It's really a really cool movie, and it's one of my favorite types of science fiction. It's hard science fiction, where it's more heavy on the science aspect rather than the fiction. This is the type of sci-fi movie I love. Movies like Alien, Blade Runner, Total Recall, RoboCop. These types of movies are the sci-fi movies I love. That's kind of why, well, I think that's one of the reasons why I stopped really caring about Star Wars, is because, yeah, the Star Wars movies are fun, but I always like my science fiction with a little more science rather than just fiction. And this is the type of sci-fi movie I like. And I think it's been a while since I went to the theater to see a sci-fi movie that was just like this. It's been a while. I would highly recommend this movie. It is a movie to see on the biggest screen you can find, because sadly we had to watch it on the smallest screen we had in town. They gave Rambo Last Blood the bigger screen, which I still want to see that movie too, which I am, but I think that movie could have had the smaller screen, and this movie could have had the bigger one, because this is a movie to see on an IMAX, mostly. I really enjoyed the hell out of this movie. This movie is really, really good. This is gonna make my top 10 best list at the end of the year. This is definitely gonna be there. I highly recommend it, especially if you're a fan of old school science fiction. This movie, you will possibly be thrilled on the edge of your seat, possibly be scared by a lot of things in this movie, but I guarantee you will probably be intrigued by everything that's going on. Like I said, the only problem I have with this movie is that narration, which to me felt like the narration they gave Blade Runner, and I don't remember which version of Blade Runner has that, but it seemed like that. It really seemed like that, and I hope when this movie comes out the Blu-ray, I hope there's like a feature or something where you can watch the movie without narration, because I bet that will make this movie even better than it already is. But I highly recommend this movie. It is a treat. It is something I've been looking forward to this movie too. Like all the trailers I got, I was like, this looks cool. And knowing it's from the guy who made Lost City of Z, I was thinking, so this might be a return to old school science fiction movies from the 60s. And it definitely is. It definitely is a love letter to that. Especially, seems like a movie Stanley Kubrick would make. This movie is really, really good. I highly recommend this movie. And it's sad too, because there weren't that many people at this movie, which I felt like was really sad. I feel like more people should be seeing this movie, because this is real science fiction. This isn't Star Wars. This isn't, those types of movies where it's like, okay, yeah, technically it's sci-fi, but it's more like fiction. No, this is what I think sci-fi should be, where it's a mixture of both. It's a mixture of both science and fiction. That is this movie. I highly recommend seeing this movie on the big screen, paying full theater price, definitely, if you have an IMAX near you and this movie's playing on that IMAX screen, I highly recommend that. Go watch it. It is really, really good. It's worth your time. Trust me on that. It is worth your time. So, yeah, that was my thoughts on Ad Astra. I hope you guys enjoyed this version of reviews. I want to bring back movie reviews because I feel like that was something I really liked, was reviewing movies as well as trying to analyze movies. So, I hope you guys really enjoyed this version. And if you did, please give this video a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. And you know what? I'll see you guys in a month. Or actually, let's see, because I think I'm going to have 2 videos up tonight. One's a very small vlog, and the other one is this. So, I'll probably see you guys within a month. Possibly. Alright. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Welcome to the end screen. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, click right up there, because me and YouTube think that you'll highly enjoy that video, and click up there to subscribe. We'll see you guys next time with a brand new video.